Hello my good friends, today I'll be showing you how to do some ifs. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos and also to like them so that we may connect and have more interactions. And if you want to ask me questions, then it will be much easier for us to connect in that way. Okay, now to get down to the business of the day, we have data. I have set numbers and names so that it can be clear to you that you can use this sum if formula either for numbers or for names. Either way it would work. So we have Sam, James, Brendan, same James, Brendan, same James, Brendan, as well as numbers 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 7, 3 is just random numbers, and some values next to those numbers as well as next to the names. Now, let's say we want to get the sum of Sam only. So that means that we want the sum of that Sam and the sum of that Sam, and we have to scroll down to find another Sam. But we want to simplify the process of finding the sum of the values of Sam. Or say there's a 2, for example, that's all over the place, and we need to find the value of the sums of those 2's. In this way, to simplify this exercise, we're going to use some ifs, and they are very easy to use. And I'm going to show you just now in the next 5 minutes how easy it is to use some ifs formulas. Now, let's say we want the sum of ones, then we'll just put down 1, and next to it, or anywhere, it could even be here, we'll then type in a sum if formula that will help us find the sum of all the ones. Now to do that, we're going to start by typing sum if, open brackets, then we're going to select the range that consists of all the ones that we are possibly looking for, comma. Now we're going to search for the criteria. Now the criteria in this instance is our number, which is number 1. So we're going to click on the criteria so as to select it, comma. Now we want the sum of this chosen criteria to be taken from this column H. So we want the sum of these ones coming from column H. Close bracket and hit enter. And then there we have our answer, which is 550. So this means that for this criteria in this table range, the criteria in this case is 1. So for this one that we're looking for the sum of, if we sum up all the ones that we could find in the chosen range, we'll find that they make 550. So there's a 1, that's 200, there's another one plus 150, and there's another one plus 200. And that sums up to 550. There's no other one in the given range, so that's all the ones that the formula could find, and it gives us the result back to tell us that all the ones make up 550. Now, what if we changed the formula range to 7? I mean, the criteria range to 7. So if you type in 7 there, you see it gives us the answer is 600, and there we've got 1 7 with the value of 600. There's no other 7 in the criteria, and that's the only 7 there is. What if we change the criteria range to 2? Then you click enter. If you sum up all the 2's, there's a 2 right there, another 2 there, another 2 there, another 2 there. As we hit down control and select the 2's, it sums up the value. There at the bottom you can see that the total sum is 1,389 for all the 2's that we could find if we had to do it manually. And there our formula has given us 1389. Now, what if we do it a bit differently and we say we're looking for the sum of all the James that you could find in the range? There you see a James with 524, another James with the value of 765, and another James of 234. What is their sum? So right there in our criteria, we could just type in James and hit enter. And when you go to our table and select the values next to James, okay, there you find it sums it up there at the bottom for us. It's 1523. And if you look at what the formula gave us, it's also 1523. So if you're looking for, say for example, 2 and 1 as the criteria, we're just adding more values to the criteria. And we're also looking for, let's say, Brandon. So we're going to add Brandon. Then all that we simply do is take this formula here and fix it. So we're going to put dollar signs in front of the letters and the numbers in our formula right there on top. The simplest way to do this is to control F4 or FN F4, depending on the type of laptop that you're using. I'm using a Lenovo this time, so it will be FN F4. So I'll click on the formula bar where it shows the numbers of the cell and the letters of the cell, and then hit on FN and F4, and it will thus do the fixing or putting in of dollar signs for me. Or alternatively, you can hit shift and then go right up to number 4 and type in the dollar signs manually. This also works if you want to do it this way, just typing them in manually. Now, when the formula is fixed, you can simply also change what you call the range in which you want the formulas to cover. You see, at the moment they go from J5 to H4, which is now J5 to H4, and we would like to extend that range so that when we drag the formula, it gives us proper values. You see, at the moment it's fixed, but we want it to move with the proper range. So we're going to change this to move from J5 all the way to J8. So we're going to come here and modify our formula to say J5 to J8. To J8. Okay, we can type in the dollar signs manually. J5 to dollar sign J dollar sign 8. Oh, J5 dollar sign. Oh, we're missing a dollar sign there, and the semicolon should go in there. Like so. Now, another modification that we should do is to change. Okay, that one is fine. So when our formula is set like this, we can simply drag it without any worries that it will pick up things from the wrong or incorrect range. So we have extended our range to cover column G, G4 to G28, and that's, as you can see there, we've got G4 to G28, and our target from J5 to J8. That's what we are targeting. So we're saying if you find James, for example, the name James here, over there in column G, then give us the value that you find next to column G in age. And look for it from G4 to G28 using what you find here from J5 to J8. And the answer that you give us, we also want it to be from age 4 to age 28 within that range. Hence, the last bit of the formula says age 4 to age 28. So, how the formula then works is that it uses the criteria James and goes from G4 all the way down to find all the Jameses it can find. There's one there, let's sum it with that one there, and sum it with that one there. You see it gives us 1523. So all the Jameses make 1523, and there our formula tells us that. If we use the criteria 2 and we say from that range to that range, anything that has a 2, give us the value thereof. There's a 2 there, a 2, a 2, and another 2, 1389. When you scroll down, you see there's no other 2. Those are the only 2s there is. And the formula gives us 1389. Now, if we say we're using the criteria Brandon in our formula, looking for anything that is Brandon from this cell here, G4, all the way down to G29. We find that there's three Brandons. There's one Brandon, there's another Brandon there, and there's another Brandon there. One's value is 755, the other is 346, and the other is 822, and the sum is 1923. Now, if you look at what our formula has given us, it has given us 1923. Now, that is how you can use the sum if formula. If you like my video, please hit the like button, as well as please subscribe, hit the subscription button and subscribe to my channel, so that we may interact some more and get your input and feedback on improvements, uh, as well as your concerns, so that we may solve whatsoever problem that you come across when it comes to some formulas or other of my related videos, um, whereby you just need more clarity or have more points of discussion. Thank you for watching my channel. Till next time, goodbye.